Hey everybody, this is Max Prime. Subscribe to the channel, like this video. Today we're covering Bleach Chapter 683. That's right, Aizen versus Bach. Aizen, King of the Trolls. Sosuke motherfucking Aizen. That's right. You guessed it. Aizen, the villain versus the villain Bach, or God, if you want to say. Again, if you want to catch up in the Bleach series or the manga and the final arc, this is basically what happened. Yuha Bach, the god of all the Quincy's, has basically consumed the Soul King, stole Ichigo's powers, and now there's nobody left to defend the Soul Society, the Earth Realm, as well as, Wako Mundo, and the only person left basically is Ichigo, Renji, and Aizen, who's been bound to a chair, been sitting in the chair the whole entire time at the bottom of the Soul Society, just sitting there waiting for his moment. Again, Yuha basically frees Aizen from the chair, and we take off in this chapter where it's basically Bach just sending out attacks versus Ichigo. He's destroyed the Serite. The Serite cracks in half. We also have Renji Ibarai attempting a weak attack where he's trying to Shikai, and basically Yuha Bach basically just cuts Renji's arm in half. And that's where he's like, all Bankais have been destroyed in the future, and, all your attacks make no sense. And that's when Bach reaches out and says, I'll crush you with my own hands, and Aizen appears right in front of him. At that moment, I was like, oh, wait a minute, is Kyoka Suigetsu in full effect? I think it might be, because all of a sudden Aizen's in front of him, and then he basically, he counters his whole entire, like, why are you doing this? You detest the Soul Society so much and all the Soul Reapers. And then that's when Aizen hits a Hado 99. A Hado 99. Like, when the hell, what the hell? I didn't even know the Hados could go that high. Does it go to 100? Is it beyond 100? He didn't even do an incantation chant. A 5 Dragons Ryatsu Hado number 99, which basically causes Fire Dragon Ryatsu, like, craziness all around Bach. Bach seems not to be faded by it because he says, oh, Aizen, like, by the way, I noticed that your Kyoka Suigetsu is broken. And then basically we see Aizen holding his Zanpakuto again, which we haven't seen his Zanpakuto since the time he got defeated with, by Ichigo, by getting cut in half, back to that drama, but we know that story. Anyway, so, going forward, we see Ichigo trying to confront Bach as Bach basically knocks Aizen away. Ichigo's missing an arm for some reason. Bach gives him this long speech about, oh, you can't evade my almighty power, ability, yada, yada, yada. And then that's when basically Bach sticks his arm through Ichigo. Ichigo doesn't say a word. All of a sudden we see he says one thing that says, I see. All of a sudden we see Aizen Sosuke in the place of Ichigo. We even realize that Aizen's been using Kyoka Suigetsu, or absolute hypnosis, the whole entire time on Bach. That's right, he's been using it from the very beginning, folks. There's the almighty ability. I don't think that kind of factors in the fact that he's already been under hypnosis since the time before he had almighty ability, back when he was in Muken. So, at the end of this chapter, we see Ichigo sneak up behind and stab Bach, and then perform a Getsuka Tensho, which cuts him in half. What are your thoughts? What do you think is going to happen next? I hope Aizen goes Bankai. I finally want to see this Bankai, and I want to see Aizen, Ichigo, and as well as Uryu show up through the portal and maybe hit him with that secret arrowhead that he's been holding on for so long. Tell me what's going to happen. Leave your thoughts on the video. I'm Max Prime. I'm out. Later.